What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Dazzle video. Today we're going to be doing a gameplay update analysis on 7.39E. Hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are and winning lots of Dazzle games. This is going to be a very short video because they did not do anything to the best hero in Dota 2. But I'll go through some of the changes because some of them do affect Dazzle indirectly. So let's go through it. Just a small change to stacks. So stacks are going to be a little less valuable if you're playing support Dazzle and you're making the stacks, but it's still something worthwhile to do. They're just going to be less worth it for your team. The Aeon Disc was something that people were doing. I personally was not doing it, but people would have it disassembled and then they would reassemble it during the team fight when they wanted it to trigger. Now you can't really do that. You have a 6-second cooldown. So you could still have it. Maybe like if you're jungling and then you're below 70% HP, whatever. But you're going to have to assemble it before the team fight starts. I didn't know this was still a thing, but if you pressed Ghost Scepter or E-blade and then you turned on BKB, you were just almost immune to all damage. Now it doesn't work, so you could still get hit. This is also the same consistent thing they did with Necro. So if you press Ghost Shroud and you're BKB'd, you can still get hit. So the Ghost Shroud doesn't actually negate any physical damage anymore. So this is the big one here that I think everyone wanted to see nerfed, the Helm of the Dominator and Helm of the Overlord. They both now have a mana cost, and you can't just take a new creep right when your old creep was about to die. This is kind of nice, I think, for us Dazzles, because I think a lot of us were not buying Helm of the Dominator. I did try a couple games Helm of the Dominator Dazzle just because it was so good, and it does help you farm, but you just feel so awkward in team fights. It did help me micro some creeps, but it felt really clunky. Maybe if I was really good at controlling the Dominator creep, it would have been better, but I think there's just so many other, like you just got to buy Ags, like instead of buying Helm of the Dominator. There's just no other way around playing core Dazzle. But I think a lot of people are still going to buy this item, so just be on the lookout. The reason this item is so good is just because it's basically a better Midas, and you get the active where you have this extra creep for you running around, giving you vision, helping you farm, casting spells, etc. The Refresher Orb change I think is pretty nice for Dazzles because we are not really Refresher Orb buyers. I have thought about buying Refresher against heroes like Silencer, maybe even heroes like Warlock or Disruptor, or even like Lich. I've thought about having 2 Graves to keep my carry alive. I've never actually done it because the buildup is so expensive, and then you don't get to buy some of the other items that you need. Neutral item changes. So this one does affect Dazzle, although I do rarely get this one. This is a direct change, I think, to Jug. If you're playing against Jug, if you got this staff, it basically almost countered Jug's ult. So before, if you pressed it during Jug's ult, the ult would just end. And this was just a massive counter to Jug's on any hero, but especially Dazzle, who Jug probably is going to buy Blink and then jump you on the back line. So now, when you press it, it still keeps going. And then we get to the hero changes, just nothing crazy. I mean, strong heroes are still gonna be strong, just a little less strong. This one is a pretty big difference. Like a lot of times, I'll be playing position 5 or position 4 Boon Dazzle, and Dawnbreaker heals more than me at the end of the game. It was like kind of sneaky good. Like you wouldn't really notice it, and then at the end of the game you check the numbers and it's like, whoa. And then they added Kez to Captain's mode. So it's time that we actually learn what Kez does. I guess if you were BKB, the Lesh Ags worked on you and you couldn't attack even if you were BKB, but now that's not the case. And then this is a big nerf to Magnus. So now you can ult Q Magnus and it will stop his skewer. So this is kind of nice because a lot of times like you'll be ulted and then you're waiting for Mag to show up. He'll blink, you'll do this, and then while he's casting his skewer, you can cast Poison Touch and maybe cancel it before he takes all your teammates super far away. The Arena of Blood now only lasts 5.5 seconds for all levels, and I can't think of a reason why you would want to level this up. Why were Marses leveling this up to begin with? Wasn't it the duration that they were getting? Another kind of cancel to Monkey King. So if you can get your Poison Touch off during ult, it will stop him when he's tree dancing. OD got some buffs to Arcane Orb, which... Did we really need to give OD buffs, guys? Did we really? Another ethereal form nerf here, so you can't, Decrep doesn't work if the target's BKB'd. Alright guys, that's all for me today. Hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are, and let's go win some games as Dazzle!
Dazzle!